Well, greetings, gamers. This is Dr. Ayleen, the Gaming Doc, and this is your place and your space to hang out, chat, chill, relax, take a moment, take a breath, take a break. And as we come into Tuesday, I am choosing something interesting. I've decided that I am going to try something different this morning, and as you know, I do so love my morning beverages, but there's something called bulletproof coffee. And if you don't know what bulletproof coffee is, it is, I mean, in theory, coffee with butter in it. Have never tried it, never thought to blend butter with coffee, but hey, you know, it's a thing. So that is what we are trying this morning. And as you can see, it's got kind of that yellowy look, so I'm a little bit scared of it. But you know, we can choose to decide, you know what, it's time to try something different. It's time to try something. So in just a couple of minutes, I will go ahead and give this a try. I've never tried it, so I will be trying it for the first time here live with you guys, so you get to see my reaction. But it's important to be able to have fun with choices, because not every choice is fun. Sometimes there are choices that are really hard. And so when we can incorporate a little fun, when we can choose to be a little silly, to maybe even poke a little fun at ourselves and not take ourselves, because it's not about, you know, like beating ourselves up, you know, because that's a choice too. But it's not about that. It's about, it's about being able to view the things in our lives and who we are and what we do in sort of a humorous way. And that's an important choice to make. It's important to choose not to take ourselves so seriously. Not all the time. I mean, there are times when we need to take ourselves very seriously, but it's not all the time. And we can choose to laugh. We can choose to, you know, just kind of go, well, that was a thing, or, well, that was not one of my better ideas, or, wow, that is some unforeseen consequences. I did not see that coming. And Mixel! Oh, hello, good morning, and we are definitely going to do a shout out for our friend Mixel, because I had a chance to go and hang out in Mixel's stream for a hot minute yesterday, and as I try to do two things at once, hold on, there we go, I think I got that right, M-I-X-E-L, okay. So, really, you know, it was such a, you know, watching, you know, a very, seems to be a very sweet and very talented young gamer who is out there, you know, building up a channel. And so definitely click on Mixel's name, give Mixel a follow, because, you know, it really is. It was a lot of fun, and I don't speak German, but it was, you know, just listening to the energy. And often, you know, we can have a good time listening to people's energy, because, you know, whether we understand specifically what someone is saying or we don't, you can always tell where their energy is at. And Mixel definitely has some great energy, so please go over and give a click. And oh, if you speak German, it'll be even better. Or if you're learning German, it'll be even better. Now, I'm saying German because I think it's German, but if not, please correct me. But anyway, so, you know, being able to, and really, honestly, a part of one of the things about being a streamer is that aspect of not taking yourself so seriously, especially if you're, you know, kind of a silly streamer. And it is, you know, it's always fun because you can always tell the folks who are actually having a good time just doing what they do. And, you know, they say things and they'll chuckle just because they've amused themselves. And I always find that a fun stream to be in, when somebody just, hydrate, okay. This is, we're going to hold off on the hydrate, Mixel, and I'll tell you why. Because this is something I've never had before. So I will hydrate, but I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of hoping JJ the bunny comes in, because this is something I've never tried. It is coffee with butter in it. And so I will hydrate. I just want to wait another couple of minutes, and maybe part of it because I'm kind of scared. But I've never had butter in coffee. It's that was two things that I really never thought I would choose to put together. But and you know, and there's a lot of people who swear by it. They say it's fantastic. And right now it's mostly about the stories that I'm telling in my own head as to, you know, what this is going to taste like, and how bad could it be, and, you know, what if it's kind of gross, and, you know, it's often it's the stories that we tell ourselves that, you know, before anything has happened, before we've done anything, it's the stories that we tell ourselves that get us all amped up, either to succeed or to fail. And, you know, and it's not a bad thing, you know, because the stories that we tell ourselves can be, hold on, I forgot to close the window. And being parked right next to a road on a mountain usually means logging trucks are going to be going by, and we do have a lot of logging trucks going by lately. But, you know, it's it's good to be able to consider possibilities. But if we have to tell ourselves a story, why not tell ourselves a good one? Why not tell ourselves one that helps, that makes us feel better? And why not just, you know, relax a little bit with it? I mean, yeah, we all want to present ourselves in that best way. We all want to you know, be that best version of ourselves that other people see. And it's important for us to be authentic. It's important for us to, you know, be real about who we are, because who we are is pretty cool. You know, being real about who you are doesn't mean automatically you only look at those bad things because, oh, you need to be humble. I mean, you know, we can be humble sometimes. And we can realize that we're absolutely amazing in others. We don't have to, you know, just go with one or the other. We can choose how we want to feel each and every second of our lives. And what is that? Okay. I just got a sign saying I have low disk space. It's like, but I'm not saving anything. There's nothing being saved. So thank you for reminding me, computer elves. But, you know, it's... And I know okay, you know what? Mixel said hydrate. So Mixel, for you... Oh, there's Luna. Hey, Luna. Hi. As she comes in and just pushes the door open. So for you, Mixel, I will go ahead and try this, and let's hope it goes well. Alrighty, first time trying bulletproof coffee. Here we go. Okay, it's a different taste. Kind of a different texture, but all right. I mean, it's not horrible. It's not as bad as I thought it might be, but I mean, I will give it a fair shake. I will drink the entire cup, and I will kind of, you know, I will go with, you know, this, because sometimes after you try something and at first it's like, wait a minute, and then you have a few more tastes and it's like, oh, Okay, well, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. And maybe it'll reach the point where it's okay. Or maybe not. But for you, Mixel, we hydrate. And but I mean, this was a choice that, okay, I chose to try something different, and it didn't turn out so bad. I mean, like I said, and it's almost like the more you taste it, I think it gets a little bit better. So, by the time I finish the cup, I may be just loving it and saying, nope, I'm always having bulletproof coffee. I don't know, why do they call it bulletproof? If anybody knows that, if anybody knows why they call coffee with butter in it bulletproof coffee, please let me know. Yeah, not bad. Not so bad. So, we will call that a successful choice, or a reasonably successful choice. And the thing is, every choice we make is successful because it teaches us something. It either moves us forward, or it shows us there's a way we can rule out as far as getting the things we want. But each choice is educational. Every single choice we make leaves us different than it was before we made that choice. And it doesn't matter which way that choice goes. So being able to say, you know what, I tried something different. The jury's not totally in. Did I hear you say there's butter in that mug? Yes, and welcome, 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 Infamous. Yes, as a matter of fact, it's something called bulletproof coffee. And I don't know why it's called bulletproof coffee. Oh, you're live now. Oh, awesome. It's... Hold on. Do that. But yeah, you're doing live. See, Mixel has a gaming channel and is streaming live right now, which I have no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with that. And especially since, according to the magic of Twitch, you can actually look at more than one stream at a time. But yeah, definitely give Mixel some love and a follow. And yes, it is coffee with butter in it. And I saw, and like, how you turn on Google and they're like random articles about things, and it mentioned bulletproof coffee. Why they call it bulletproof, I don't know. But yes, this is coffee with butter in it. The first taste was interesting. It was kind of like I don't know about this. How much butter did we put in? They said to put in 2 tablespoons. So there are 2 tablespoons of butter in about 1 cup of coffee. So, yeah. But, I mean, after the first taste, I'll give it a try. It's like, don't let the first taste fool you, because there's a certain weirdness, at least for me, it was a certain weirdness about it. But then it's like, okay, the second sip, because I kind of had a point of reference on it, it was like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. And actually, now that I'm drinking it, it's like, this isn't horrible. So, hey, here's for learning something new. I mean, everything we have ever liked, we had to try for the first time. And, maybe we would like it. Unsalted, hopefully. Absolutely. Unsalted. But, I wonder if it tastes different with salted. I mean, I just usually get unsalted butter anyway lately. And that was an acquired taste. I had to teach myself to like unsalted butter. JJ the Bunny! Oh my gosh! See, you missed it. We'll have to clip that later. I am trying. Okay, JJ, have you ever heard of bulletproof coffee? Which is, and why they call it bulletproof, I don't know, but it's coffee with butter in it. So I chose on the stream to try out, and that's what it looks like. Bulletproof coffee. No, oh, that's right, you don't like coffee. I mean, it is a It's an interesting taste, but it's weird because the more I drink it, the better I like it. It's kind of weird that way. The first taste was, it was like, I don't know what's in my mouth. But the thing is that when I, it was like I had sort of built up this entire story in my head about how nasty I thought this would be. And it's like, well, if all else fails, I make a funny face and it's good for the video. But I had decided, so there was a part of the story I had attached to the coffee before I had even tried it that affected how it tasted to me. So, it's like after trying a couple of sips, it was like, you know what, this isn't so bad. But the idea that what I believed ran head on into what the actual reality was. The actual reality was that, you know what, this actually ain't so bad. But because I had had that idea, it's like, oh, this is going to be gross, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. That ran slam into what I believed. And when what I believed, hit the reality, I just didn't know what to do with it. My senses did not know quite what to do with it. As it stands now, it's like, you know what? I could drink coffee this way. Someone must have liked it or it wouldn't have exist. Well, either that or it was one of those situations where like it was a practical joke that ended up becoming a reality. It's like, for someone to go, I see a little silhouette of a cat, scaramouche, scaramouche. Oh, look at that. She heard what you said and decided to jump on the chair. Yes, Luna in the house. She's back there. And thank you for the Bohemian Rhapsody reference. Infamous. And, it is... But how many times do we do that? We create a story in our head about how something's going to go. And then when it meets the reality of what the situation is, it's sort of like almost like a jarring experience, because we want what we believe to be real. We want what we believe to be the outcome. And even if it's something unpleasant, I mean, there are times when it's like I'm going to go talk to somebody and I am thoroughly convinced it's not going to go well based on what I know about the person, based on, my tension about it. And I build up, it's like, oh, this is going to be horrible. They're going to react so badly, and it's going to be this, and it's going to be that. And while for the most part, I will say I'm usually fairly in the ballpark, there was one time when, I could not have been more wrong. And I don't know if the planets had aligned properly or Jupiter was aligned with Mars, old song reference. Jupiter aligns with Mars. Age of Aquarius. The 60s! So, anyway. Boomer moment. If you have never seen the movie Hair, I strongly recommend watching that. It is an old movie. And it was a musical. And actually, I think the claim to fame for it was that it had it was one of the first Broadway musicals to actually have nudity on stage, actual nudity. So, Lieutenant Dan's legs! Oh my gosh. Oh, and all right, my thing is working. My shout out thing is working. Everybody. Welcome the person who I consider the Dale Earnhardt Jr. of Zombie NASCAR, Lieutenant Dan's legs. You need to go and check out his stream and to go and enjoy watching somebody who is amazingly good at, taking out zombies, and who has the most adorable dog named Ginger, who has their own cam, which I wish I could do a Luna cam, but I frankly don't think she would sit as nicely as Ginger does. Lieutenant Dan! Another movie reference. But anyway, thanks for the kind words. Mwah. And who I am definitely hoping that they have TwitchCon in Southern California because I have already been promised a ride on Lieutenant Dan's motorcycle. So, so hopefully that will be happening. But, you know, and it's like I went and ended up talking to this person, and it turned out that it actually wasn't bad. It actually was not a problem. And for a while, I was like, wow, I don't know how to handle this situation, because I had prepped my mind for one particular way that this was going to go. And now that it's not going that way, I don't know what to do. You know, because I had already set that. And, oh, by the way, Lieutenant Dan, have you ever heard of bulletproof coffee? That's going to be like the underlying theme. Everybody who comes in, I'm going to ask, which is coffee with butter in it. I don't know if you're a coffee drinker. I don't know if you just hang out with coffee drinkers. I tried it for the first time a little bit ago, and yeah, I kind of made a face. But yeah. It's coffee with butter in it, and the more I drink, actually, the better I like it. It's weird, you know, it's like, at first it was like, what? And then it was like, well, it's not so bad. And then it's like, you know, this is actually pretty good. I mean, it's kind of tasty. I put nothing in my coffee. Butter to grease its way down. Yeah, as if coffee needs, you know, any assistance in rushing through a system. But yeah, you know, I don't know who was the first person who thought of it. But, you know, I mean, but then again, when you think about things, it's like, because everything was done for the first time by somebody. And I mean, I'm a huge fan of milk. I love milk. I drink milk, lots of different kinds of milk. And, you know, oh, the non-gaming gamer 44. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. It's so nice to see your name. It's so nice to meet you. Hi. And, you know, of course, the big question, have you tried bulletproof coffee? See, that's going to be, we're going to make this like a survey in chat. Everybody who comes in, I must go offline. Mwah. Mixel, have a wonderful day. Have a great stream. Folks, click on that name to get to know a lovely, lovely, lovely young streamer who, you know, and speaking German. You drink milk? That's utterly preposterous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm having a wonderful day. See, JJ, it's on you. You reminded me. JJ the Bunny, a.k.a. Funny Bunny, a.k.a. Punny Bunny, a.k.a. Still working on how I can make something funny out of the March Hare, a.k.a. Tech Bunny, a.k.a. the Jackalope. See, you made a pun, you made a joke. It's on you. It's not on me. And I'm glad you're having a wonderful day. That is so awesome. Also, if you do have a stream, which would be very ironic for a person called the Non-Gaming Gamer 44 to have a stream, but if you do, please feel free to let us know about it. Please feel free to introduce yourself. And if we can support another streamer, that is awesome. It's nice to hear that you have been enjoying the coffee. Oh no! Shots fired. Infamous J.O. is now eyeing JJ the Bunny's pun crown. Oh my gosh. This could be bad, folks. We may have to put these two in an octagon. Oh man, you know, I was hanging out with Papa Merritt, who won't be able to be with us today because he had an opportunity to go to Six Flags in Texas, which it's like cool, but we were trading off like horrible old jokes. Time for me to lurk. Gotta get the ready for today's ride down to Newport Beach. Oh my God, I love Newport Beach. I was there once. It was amazing. It was wonderful. And so enjoy it. Mwah. Thank you for the lurk. And you have a wonderful, amazing, excellent day, my friend. And, you know, I will definitely be looking to catch up on your stream soon. Octagon. Don't be obtuse. Oh. Okay. JJ the bunny comes out swinging. See, you know, this is hard. I won't have any streams anytime soon. The reason I'm having a wonderful day is because my doctor found a treatment for a disease I have. Oh my gosh, but it will be hard. Excited to get better though. I'm too out of shape for an octagon. Poosh, poosh, poosh. Non-gaming gamer, I am so happy. I am so happy for you. I mean, as a doctor, you know, there is nothing better than being able to look a patient in the eye and say, you know what, there's something we can do about this. And yeah, you know, it is, I am so happy for you. That is so good. I mean, if it's going to be tough, it's going to be worth it. And no matter what, whatever it is you're facing, whatever condition, you know, you have, it's not bigger than you. It's not stronger than you. You know, your spirit and your will outshine anything that you've ever faced or anything that challenges you. Because if you've been dealing with something for a while, you know what? That shows how strong you are. It shows how resilient you are. And it means that, you know, you will not go gentle into that good night, that you are proactive, and that you are taking control of the situation. And it's so easy for a lot of people just to, oh, well, you know, I'm facing this challenge and there's nothing I can do. And obviously that's not you. So I'm tremendously proud of you, because what you're doing is not something that everybody can do, which is face stuff. It's been 2 years. Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. And for someone to face off with a condition for that long, you know, fist bump. You know, I'm so tremendously proud and impressed by you. And, you know, please keep us posted. Please let us know how you're doing, because, you know, we're going to put all kinds of good, wonderful energy into, you know, you getting that healing and, you know, finding your way out of it and finding your way back to streaming, you know. But that is so wonderful. I'm so glad, because, you know, to be suffering with something for 2 years, oh my gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And, you know, I guess that's why my patients are so important to me, because I know that what they're struggling with, what they're challenged with, the fact that they keep working to find solutions and modify their lives and do what needs to be done. You know, if they're going to work that hard for themselves, I can't help but work hard for them to help them find solutions, to, you know, be that good team member. Because as a doctor, I'm not the captain of the team, you know, when it comes to health of my patients. Got to go pick up students from their lunch. See you next stream. Thank you, Infamous J.O. Please, everybody, click that name and give him a follow. He is my don't starve Yoda. He is like, you know, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is like the master of this. So if you want to learn about playing a game that can be a lot trickier than it looks, please go check out his stream. But yeah, you know, it's when, you know, I see my patients and I see how hard they try to work to improve their lives, to change things. I want to be their cheering section, because I'm not in charge of the process. You know, I may have information, but it is up to each patient. They're the ones who are in charge. I can present and give my best advice and, you know, do my best for somebody. But I mean, ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, which of course is a boomer phrase. I mean, you know, y'all young people, we're letting you have that one. But, you know, no, it was us. We came up with that. Anyway, at the end of the day, it is the patient who's the one who should be in charge. When I give my advice, it's up to them, and it's not up to me to tell anyone what they have to do. It's up to me to support. It's up to me to give the best information I have, and then trust them to make their own decision. Yep, I was diagnosed with scoliosis 3 years ago and was wearing a back brace. I wasn't keeping the brace clean and I cut myself with the brace by accident. Boom, mystery infection. Oh, sweetie. Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. First off, definite love to you about the scoliosis. I mean, that's kind of like in my in my wheelhouse. And it's important to know that it's everybody doesn't have the same treatment that works for everybody. And while many people respond, to certain therapies, everybody's not going to respond to it. And often people is like, oh, well, if you got this, you need to do this and it'll correct it. No, it's not automatic. And each person has that unique need. Some people can resolve things through, more conservative methods, and some people need stuff that's a little bit more intense. But oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the infection. But, being able to get that taken care of is really a good thing. And, just knowing that by whatever it is you're going to go through, your quality of life is going to improve. And I'm so happy about that for you. And this must have really sucked. It really is, I mean, infections can be so tricky and they can be so hard to deal with. And, I'm really proud of you for, hanging in with it and, and wearing a back brace, that's not easy. Most people, it's like after about 10 minutes with one, it's like, and I've had enough. But, the fact that you hung in with this for 3 years, that's a lot. That's a lot. And, it's good that, when you're faced with the opportunity to decide, okay, what do I want to do about this? To choose, what is it that I'm willing to work for? What is it that is worth, anything that any challenge I might face, the outcome is worth it. I'm really starting to like this. For those of you who just got in, I'm trying Bulletproof Coffee, which is black coffee with butter in it. I'm going to be in high school next year, and I'm excited that I'll be able to play sports and be in clubs. Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. Oh, hey, that is going to be excellent. Oh, sweetheart, you're so young. But, these things, this part of your life that you're going through, what it's doing is it's helping you for the adult that you are going to become. And, I am a firm believer that young people are very wise, that they experience things. What you've experienced, not many people would really understand. And the fact that you have the tenacity and the strength of will at that tender age to be able to deal with this, oh my gosh, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the world. And I really have a lot of faith in young people because they're the ones who are going to be running things. At some point, they're going to be in charge of everything. And when I look at, yes, there's always those who act goofy. But generally, the vast majority of young people who I've gotten to know and who I've had the pleasure of getting to know, I do not fear for the future. Because these young folks, they have what it takes. They have what it takes to take a bad situation and make it into a good one. And they are, independent enough to know that their opinions matter. And just because, maybe somebody may be older than you doesn't mean that they're necessarily wiser. Now, they might be. And it doesn't mean that you're not. And for someone as young as you are to have gone through the things that you have, that is nothing, but absolute admiration. You're strong. And that strength is going to serve you. It takes a lot of pressure to make a diamond. And the finest steel is forged in the hottest fire. And this is forging you into someone who, once you get on the other side of this, you're going to know that there's nothing that you can't do. Because if you could do this, you can take that strong will of yours and make anything happen. So I'm really proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. And I definitely, will put in very, very good thoughts for you to be able to, do exactly what you want and enjoy all those sports. And, because now's the time for you to think about that. What sport do you want to do? And which clubs do you want to be in? And to be not restricted by anything. So, good for you and awesome. And it's about finding balance. Thank you. You are very welcome, sweetie. Like I said, one day the world's going to be in your hands. And frankly, I'm not worried a single bit. I can go into my retirement, drive off into the sunset with my RV and a Rottweiler whose name will be Carl, and my cat Luna, and I can relax because you guys have got this. And it's really funny because, when I speak a lot with young people, and I'm always amazed at the perspectives they have. And honestly, there's a lot of respect for, older generations. And frankly, I think that there's a lot more respect given than what you guys receive. And, I encourage my fellow boomers to remember, it's like, you know what? I did not have it that together. I did not have the worldview that these young folks have. Now, in all fairness, we only had 3 TV channels. We had no internet. The only way we found out about anything going on in the world was the 6 o'clock news, the 11 o'clock news, and the newspaper. Those were, and the radio. That was how we learned about everything. So in all fairness, you guys have the collective knowledge of humanity at your fingertips. So, use it well. But yeah, it is. And hopefully you can get back into gaming. And when you do, let me know, because we'll definitely give it a follow. We'll definitely, definitely look forward to that. So, it's how we choose to view life. People have told me, it's like, well, you have an overly optimistic view of the world. And frankly, I would disagree with that. I think I have a tremendously realistic view of the world. Just because I choose Tuesday, just because I choose to say, you know what? I can see the world as it is, for its light and its shadow, and I can choose to believe that we're going to be okay. That ultimately, all of this hard stuff and all of these challenges that we face and all of this yuck that has come up, which, it's not a coincidence that all of the yuck comes up at one time. And the fact that now that we see things, and maybe people who didn't see the reality of the challenges and the reality of those shadow pieces, that now they're visible and we can work on them. Now nothing is hidden, or at least, there's not much left hidden. But the fact that we can be able to look at what's going on and go, you know what? This sucks. This is bad. And we can do something about it. And it doesn't have to be this way. And we can help our environment. And we can help bring justice to a world that, is a little bit light on it in some areas. We can make a change. And often it's just believing that change is possible. When it's like for non-gaming gamer, I have many people I know who have conditions and they just give up. They say, I'm never going to get better. I'm never going to have anything nice. I'm never going to have the life I want. And it's like, if somebody is going to take my hope away from me, they are going to have to tear it out of my death grip. Because I will always accept that no matter how bad a situation is, it can possibly get better, it can possibly get worse, and in some ways it will become what I choose to make it. You can have a bad situation and still find something good about it, something educational, even if it's, wow, that is an example of how I never want to be. That is not okay. And to be able to learn from everything that we encounter. And yeah, I do believe that people are capable of learning if they choose to. I believe that people are capable of making so much more of their lives, of taking what they have and making the most of it. Maybe that's why I like survival games. You know, like I like playing Don't Starve and, you know, and well, Stardew Valley isn't so much a survival game except when you go down in the mines. That's horrible. That's totally about survival. But the thing is that being able to make the most of what you've got, and at the same time realizing that, you know, the potential for new cool things is always infinite. It's what we choose to make of it. It's what we choose to look for. You know, it's like the old story about, you know, there's in your mind you have two dogs, and one of them is telling you that you're worthless, that you're useless, that nothing you do will ever matter or go right. And the other dog is saying, no, you're great, you're wonderful, you're amazing, you know, you can do this, you've got this. And those two dogs are constantly fighting. And the question is, which dog wins the fight? Well, the dog that wins is the one we feed. If we nurture that positive side, if we nurture the fact that it's like, your mom's a doctor too! Awesome! Fist bump. I am so happy. Hey, you know, and much love and much respect to your mom, you know, especially during, you know, for the last year, you know, doctors and nurses and hospital staff have just been beaten down. I mean, when you have to face this, you know, on the front lines every single day, I mean, you know, and worry about your family, and it's like, wow, if I do my job and I come back and, you know, yeah, could I infect my family and all this other stuff? That takes a whole nother level of internal strength. That takes courage. It takes conviction. It takes somebody who says, I made a promise when somebody handed me, you know, a diploma saying I was a doctor, and I will not break that promise. I will take care of people. I will do what's needed. And it is not easy. And so, I mean, much love and much respect to your mom. And, you know, for that kind of tenacity, I can see that the apple didn't fall far from the tree. But, you know, it's in how we choose. It's what we choose. It's being able to look at a situation we're in and say, you know what? I am going to find something good about this. Even if the one good thing that I find is that I realize that it was never stronger than me, that I was always stronger than this situation, that I wasn't going to be defeated by it, and that I am going to walk away from this and not look back. So, you know, being able to embrace what it is that is possible. I mean, and sometimes that by itself can tip the scales, not just for within us, but for within other people as well. It can be that wonderful, amazing experience of, man, I do have this. I got this. I did a thing. See that thing? I did that thing. And being able to realize that, you know, we are inherently strong. We just, you know, I mean, and everybody gets scared sometimes. Everybody has doubts. Everybody, and it's important to, you know, to acknowledge and to choose to take ownership of those moments. It's like, you know what? I'm feeling kind of scared right now. Whenever I start feeling kind of stressed out, I start looking at what I'm feeling. Because feeling stressed is just where I'm at right now, but what's underneath that stress? Usually fear. If I'm scared of something, then, and you know, and it could be a big thing, it could be a small thing, you know, it could be, wow, you know, traffic is backed up, so I may end up being late for my appointment with my patient because I didn't expect this accident. Or, I mean, I live on a mountain, trees fall a lot. But the idea that I will, you know, feel stressed about that because, you know, I hate having my patients have to wait for me. And I mean, you know, I've been in plenty of doctors' offices where it seems like, okay, you're all right with me sitting here for an hour. Nope. And that was one of the reasons why when I became a doctor, it was like, nobody, I am not going to have anybody sitting around waiting for me. I want them to know I respect their time as much as I would believe that they would respect mine. So that idea of being able to say, you know what, you know, I'm gonna make a commitment. And when I couldn't do that, you know, it was like, first I was very frustrated and I was really irritated. And I stopped and it's like, okay, all right, what's underneath that? What am I really feeling? What is the kindling that is firing up the flames on this other feeling? And the kindling was that I was afraid. Because I was afraid that, you know, my patient would think I don't appreciate them. That, you know, that they would feel that sense of, wow, you know, she's late. Because I've been doing what I do for 17 years as a chiropractor. And, well, technically longer than that, because before I graduated, next month I will have graduated 18 years, I think. Yeah, 18 years, I think. Boomer math. Anyway, but, no, 17, that's right. So the thing is that I had created a story about what someone else would think, even though I had no basis in reality for what they would think. So it's like, you know, and the whole time I'm driving, it's like, oh, they're going to be mad at me, they're going to be upset, they're going to be hurt. Boomer math, that's definitely not the new math. Exactly. See, things started going bad when they threw new math at us. You know, I think they call it something else now. But, yep, back in the day when it was like, okay, 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, and then all of a sudden they switched it up on us. It's like, well, yeah, 1 + 1 could be 2, or 2 + 2 could be 4, but you're going to take this completely horrible route to find that answer as opposed to just doing what seems logical. No, you have to figure out your answer in this bizarre, you know, Mobius tube of math. Can you tell I've got a little issue with math? Tiny bit. But the idea that, you know, we can decide. Osteria! Oh my gosh! Osteria, my dear friend, how are you? How are you doing? I am doing very good. How are you? And, you know, or how y'all? Yeah, math sucks. Well, I'm there with you. It was never, ever, ever my strong suit. And, you know, I did a bit better with science. But English was my jam. I loved English. But, you know, we are doing fine. I am doing fine. And, non-gaming gamer 44, Osteria, non-gaming gamer 44, introduction. But, but yeah, I was not a fan of that. And I knew I had to get through it in order to, you know, get through high school. Yep, I like English too. Oh, I mean, it's almost like in math, there is an absolute wrong answer. But in English, it's sort of like philosophy. In English, you don't have to have the exact right answer if you can argue the wrong answer well enough. It's like, well, I was good at math until I tried to learn calculus. Then it all fell apart. Oh my gosh. You made it to calculus? No, 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 no. We stopped at algebra and, I'm good as always. Soon in a little trouble because I was a guarantor for my friend's loan for tourist safari, and it kind of went bankrupt because we know how tourism has been. Oh, but you're good for now. You know what? Oh, I am so sorry, Asteria. And hopefully with everything opening up, it can, something can go better. But, oh, I am so sorry. Oh, financial issues suck. And, but you're good for now. You know what? Much love. Fist bump. You are amazing. You are absolutely amazing. I'm in algebra right now. So boring. I made an agreement because the thing is that I didn't like math. My older brother didn't like math, and my younger brother hated math. Well, always can save a few pennies with the macaroni diet. Oh my gosh. And there was this one algebra teacher at my high school, and the only one of us, there were four of us, the only one of us that he didn't have as a student was my older sister, who loves math. She was an absolute whiz at it. And, so we sat down and he said, look, I know you hate math, and I know this isn't going to be pleasant for either one of us, but let's make an agreement. We will work so that you get at least a C. We're not shooting for an A, but I'm sure that I can teach you enough to where you get a C. Can we sit with that and relax? And I said, absolutely. I have no problem with that. But, yeah. Oh, ramen noodle is very cheap, Osteria. But yeah. Oh, by the way, this is Bulletproof Coffee Day, and I tried something. It's black coffee with butter in it. And the first taste did not go well, but I tried it a few more, and actually now, at this point, I'm actually kind of liking it. So, if you have ever tried that, please let me know. Or if you know why they call it bulletproof coffee, which I don't understand that either. But, it's different. It's interesting, but yeah, the more I drink it, the more I kind of like it. First taste was very weird. Butter and coffee, I've heard horror stories about. But thankfully haven't tested ever. I have a brother who thrives in math. How? Just how? But he has the handwriting of a first grader. He's turning 17 in August. For me, it's the other way around. Very bad with math, but flawless English. I just drink coffee as black. Bulletproof because your arteries will harden and be bulletproof. Possibly. It's like, see, that's why JJ is so crucial. But yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, my sister was amazing. I mean, she wasn't bad. She got all A's. She was like, all A's everywhere. I remember she got a B+ once, and she went into like a crying jag, and I think it was in English. But, she was such a whiz. I drink my coffee with way too much cream, no sugar. There's a lot to be said for, I turn my coffee into like, my ex-husband used to say that I drank Disney coffee, Snow White with 7 scoops of sugar. So it was, I basically turned my coffee into Ovaltine. And if you have never had Ovaltine, first off, amazing. It's wonderful. It is an amazing sweet treat with malt. It's like malt and chocolate. Oops, just had a flaw in English. Oh, well. But, it's, in one point in my life, I didn't drink milk, but cream. Yeah. Oh, cream rocks. Cream is amazing. I grew up in the generation where the pasteurization process wasn't as good as it is now. So whenever you took milk out of the, because and our milk was in glass jars. It wasn't, I mean, it was a little bit later when we got cartons, but we still had to take it and pour it out of the carton into a glass container, because you always had to shake it. You always, and I just grew up, before you drank the milk, you always shook the milk to mix everything in, because there was no one so rude as the person, because what would happen is the cream would collect at the top. And if you were such a jerk that you would be the first one to grab that and pour off that amazing cream on your cereal, and then basically the rest is just water, slightly cloudy, milky colored water. But it was just like, dude, you don't do that. So whenever you took out the milk, you always had to shake it first. So, I mean, I don't think you actually have to do that now, but you do if it's whipping cream. If it's like heavy cream, then you still have to shake it to, to get it all mixed back in. But yeah, I'm doing an oral presentation in English on the patron saint of Peru. I'm gonna rock it, no question. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I don't remember ever having to shake the milk. Wow. The patron, who is the patron saint of Peru? But whatever it is, you are going to nail this. This is going to be like an Olympic dismount where you land with both feet and go, ta-da! Pasteurization of milk is probably one of the best inventions that has saved many babies. Yes, but on the other hand, nowadays we have all these new problems, but I take them over people dying. Me too. Absolutely agree. Saint Rose of Lima. Ooh. That sounds so cool. I'd like to go to Peru. I've been to Brazil, but I would like to go to Peru one day. And, just like, see, that is her name in English. Ah. It is, and I love languages. When I was young, I wanted to be, well, first I wanted to be a veterinarian, then I realized how much math and science were involved, and it's like, nah. I also wanted to be a translator, to be a linguist, because I thought it would be so cool to learn all kinds of different languages and be paid to go all over the world and translate, and just be there to just translate stuff. And, it's like, oh my gosh, that would be so cool, so awesome. But, I kind of pick up languages, when I went to Costa Rica, and, I worked on Spanish, but when we got there, it was like total immersion, and that was amazing. And when I went to Brazil, I was able to, I picked up enough Portuguese so that when I would ask someone, what they, if they spoke English, which in Portuguese is "Você fala inglês?" By the way I would say it, they said I said it so well, they thought I was asking for someone else and would just continue speaking to me in Portuguese. I pick up computer languages. Not quite the same. I disagree, JJ. I absolutely, completely, 100% disagree with that, because as far as I'm concerned, computer languages are like, it's like trying to learn Esperanto or something, where you have all the languages mixed in together, because it brings in math, and because there's that whole sciencey part of it. It's also company meeting. God alert. Mwah. You have a wonderful company meeting, a wonderful day, awesome lunch. Don't even know what you had for lunch today, but before you leave, I speak little Spanish and very little Italian. Ooh, but that's still so cool. That is awesome. And, it is because, the two languages have their similarities, but, to me, they're just similar enough to be, Sargoth! Oh my gosh! Louis Prime, thanks for the Italian. Louis Prima. Sarkoth, oh my gosh, everybody. Sarkoth, my amazing nameless family, who is just a wonderful streamer, who helps so many people figure out stuff, even old boomers like me, you know, to help us out figuring out stuff. And he is a part of the Nameless family, which is absolutely amazing. It's an amazing group of streamers who are there for folks and who are there to help people out. And please click on that link so you can check them out, and click on to Sarkoth's link. Give him a follow, because not only is he like total techie, he also has a tremendously, you know, fun commentary when he's streaming, and it is hilarious and very engaging. You know, I'm still learning the whole pay attention to chat and play a video game. I'm not used to doing those at the same time. And for people who make it seem seamless and just like, wow, what kind of perception do you have that you can have one part of your brain working on, you know, on a first person shooter, and another part of your brain, you know, engaging with the chat. So about translation, when we turn 18, we used to translate Swedish folks talk to Finnish folks, because near the border they went to other country bars, and sometimes we might have translated wrong, so fights broke up. Oh my gosh, it is, yeah. You know, my parents, they when they were in Germany, they were stationed in Germany. They were both in the Air Force, and while there, all of the military spoke, you know, it wasn't like proper German, but they called it Straßendeutsch, which was like street German. And so basically it was enough to, you know, ein Bier bitte, and you know, a few insults, and you know, basically, you know, where is my base, or whatever, or, you know, trying to, you know, pick up members of the opposite gender or the same gender, but trying to pick up people. You had to learn a few, you know, cool, like, little, you know, phrases to try to get some attention from somebody. But I love your energy. I love yours too, Sarkoth. You know, it's always fun watching, you know, you stream, and, you know, you stream with the gang. But yeah, I really only yell at people in Italian because I don't want them to know what I'm saying. Well, that was funny, because my parents, they would, when we were little and they didn't want us to know what they were talking about, they would speak in this Straßendeutsch. But after a while, they noticed that we started learning it just by listening to what they were saying. So they had to stop doing that. Also, there's almost nothing quite like getting screamed at in Italian, which I was married into a Sicilian family. And, you know, we were married for 20 years, and over that time, I mean, even when they were happy, they seemed angry. And it's like, you know, very, very assertive. But I mean, yeah, you want to get yelled at, you know, getting yelled at in German, getting yelled at in Italian. It is very effective, but, you know, it's really cool, and it's good to know other languages. And, you know, and for someone as young as you are, non-gaming gamer, hey, it's always awesome for young people to learn other languages. And also, I think a part of that is, you know, we can learn to connect with other people, because, you know, when you're able to say some words together, it makes a connection, and it helps us to connect. And while I was in Costa Rica, yes, I'm sure that my Spanish was like, you know, at best on a good day. The longer I was there for like 2.5 weeks. The longer I was there, the better I got. But when I arrived, I was traveling. Adson! Oh! Adson! 41 Gaming! I saw that you were doing gaming, and I was going to do like a raid on you. But thank you for the raid, my friend. Adsens, who is, let's see, what were you streaming? I'd have to check, because you were streaming something cool. And tell us what you were streaming. Aaron the Healer! Oh my gosh, hey, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And, you know, there's all kinds of very cool people. You know, it's like non-gaming gamer 44, please meet Sarkoth, and Otsens 41, and Aaron the Healer, all amazing, wonderful people. Just got back from PT. How did it go? I mean, if you don't mind sharing it. Stranded Deep. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Stranded Deep. It is. I mean, once you get the gaming mechanics down, I think it's actually a lot of fun. And as someone who loves resource management, I mean, the whole thing with the raft and, being able to go and, you make one thing, then you make another, then you make another. I love games like that. So I am definitely going to check the video for that later on. It was painful, but hopefully it will help. Yeah, that's the, we used to, I remember friends who would go through PT and they said, yeah, PT, pain and torture. But often it's like really, once you can push past that, the ability for the body to heal, once it keeps moving, when it starts reaching that point where it's okay, it's rested enough, now we got to challenge it to get it back into shape. And the body is like, nope, I'm having none of this. Oh no, and I will actually punish you for wanting me to do stuff. But it is, it is so, so vital. And hey, considering all the stuff that you've been through and considering all the stuff and we have the non-gaming gamer who's going through, who just found out that, they're going to be able to do something about a condition that they've had for a long time. I mean, non-gaming gamer, Aaron the healer, you two should connect because you can definitely relate. And, and the cool part is that, Aaron, Otsense41 Gaming, did you change your name recently? But, Aaron is such an amazing person who, in spite of, challenges and stuff, just keeps moving forward. And those are the absolute best outcomes for PT because, you're going to give it your all. And non-gaming gamer, here is somebody that you two should definitely follow each other because, I think that it will, it'll really be helpful, especially, non-gaming gamers. You're beginning this process of getting better. I did. KK could have sworn you were Otsense41. See, I'm telling you, Sarkoth misses nothing. Sarkoth misses absolutely nothing. Notices stuff. Perceives. See, that's why, being so good at being able to, focus on a game and still see the entire periphery. So, I'm telling you, Sarkoth has both sides, both hemispheres that work tremendously well together. So, but yeah, I love Stranded Deep. I try, and such a humble heart. But yeah, and I think that I mostly just like saying, oh mio, devi chiudere la boca. Under my breath when somebody is annoying me, it's like, oh my. Is that like just shut your mouth? Gaming with Kentucky and JD! Otsense Raid! Sorry, I was in the shower. Hello, little lady. Hello, everyone. Oh, folks, someone who is so near and dear to my heart. Gaming with Kentucky and JD, or as we call him, JD. First off, we're heading about into that same age range. I think I'm a little bit older. Probably still not clean. And Mixel is back! Yay! But hey, gaming with Kentucky and JD, watching, I'll be 55 in June, so definitely I am older. Yay! But please, please, please never stop calling me little lady. That warms my heart, JD. Honest, in all truth, it's like it really does warm my heart when I hear that, hey, little lady, because, there's something about that makes me feel like, oh, I'm a little lady. And as I've said before, hanging out in, watching JD stream, because he's got this amazingly wonderful family that is all a part of everything. And, it's sort of like going to your friend's house and they're gaming and you just plop yourself down on the couch and, have a snack. But, you just sit back in the couch and joke and kid about the game. That is what, JD's streams are like. It's like going and hanging out at your buddy's house for some gaming and foolishness. But, you know, well, Mixel, I hope you had a good stream. I hope things went well with you. And, you know, we're almost at the end, but I mean, you know, it's just like, well, I can't go now because now, you know, like really cool people have come in. But it is, you know, speaking of snack, I got to get mine out of the microwave. Thanks for the love. Hey, oh my, you need to shut your mouth. I love that. I don't know what I can play. Oh, well, hey, there's all kinds of stuff out of there. And you were being, oh, what was it that you were playing yesterday? Not Call of Duty, the other one. Oh, the one you were playing yesterday. And I'm blanking. It's the shoot 'em up. Battlefield 5! Yes, yes, yes! Battlefield 5. And I mean, and Mixel was being, you know, quite the warrior there. And, you know, and it's cool. You know, it's like, you know, oh my, you need to shut your mouth. I like that. And especially when you say it in Italian, it either, you know, if you're not being like in an angry voice, it sounds like really cool, you know, very suave. Italian is a very suave language. But, yep, it is, you know, my oldest son lately has gotten very into like mech warriors type of stuff. And there is a, Baradul, somebody, I think Baradul. And so my son kind of clued me into him. And so, you know, he's a streamer who, you know, I've started watching. And it's funny because, you know, like in those mech battles and, you know, everybody's yelling at each other over the thing. It's like, where are you going? Where are you? You're supposed to be here. But gaming is fun. Gaming is cool. Gaming is stress relieving. And whatever it is that you need, quite honestly, and yes, I'm old, I believe that, you know, if you want something chill, you can find a game that's chill. If you want something that gets your adrenaline pumping, you know, you can find a game to do that. If you just want a good reason to rage, you can find a game for that. For me, it's Uno. I just cannot deal with Uno because the thing is, I'm very nice when I play with other people. Ooh, you're playing Dead by Daylight. Oh, that's a good one. That one's scary though. That game and Phasmophobia are two that I would not want to do in VR. If it wasn't for gaming, I probably wouldn't be here now. Well, then I've got another reason to be very grateful for gaming then, because it brought such an amazing person into my life. And like, you know, and all of you guys, you know, you really are quite amazing. And I hope you realize how quite amazing you are. And even if it's just like, you know, one person watching, you are making the world better for that one person. And that ain't so bad. Doc put me in a game where I would die. Well, not that you would starve. You would die in other ways. See, I think we all need to like go and, you know, with Jay who modded out all of the, you know, all of the Stardew Valley stuff. we can all go and create a commune in Stardew Valley. But anyway, I do actually have to go and hang out with patients, but yeah, for those of you who came in late, I tried bulletproof coffee for the first time, which is coffee with butter in it instead of cream and sugar. And if you want to go back to the beginning of the video when I actually did it, and you know, the first face was not the best face. But actually now by the, you know, it's like just over an hour later, it's like, you know, this actually isn't so bad. This is actually pretty good. So give it a try. So I will be back tomorrow at 9. Remember, Thursdays are at 10 because turns out I've got a morning meeting that I need to do now on a regular basis. And then Friday back at 9. Saturday I will be streaming game So I'm trying to decide if I want to do Don't Starve again or if I want to try something different. I've downloaded a few new games, so maybe I'll try to figure that out. Another dose of PT on Thursday. You will rock this. You got this. You've absolutely got this. And yeah, it's gonna suck, but it is going to move you towards everything that you want to be able to have. So hang in there. And and also where's my friend, non-gaming gamer, you hang in there too, sweetheart, because you're gonna do great, and next year you're gonna be able to play in all those sports, and stay focused on that. But you are strong enough to do this process, and I'm very, very proud of you for taking it on. And like I said, if you want to talk with somebody who kind of knows, who has an idea as to what it is that you're going through, and who can totally relate, definitely connect with Aaron the Healer, because I think that it definite words of wisdom from somebody who's been there is a good thing. So I want to thank everybody who's come in. I know you've got a lot of choices for people that you could go and watch stream, and so I'm so honored that you stepped into mine and hung out with an old boomer who lives in the woods on a mountain for a little bit. And we are definitely gonna raid somebody. We gotta keep the good feels going. And let's see. Who? Oh, Diona's playing. Diona's playing Fallout 76. Hold on. Let's see. And see, and I like to if I can, to do raids on Nameless Family, because they are absolutely sweethearts. Let's do Diona. She streams like during her lunch hour. Good vibes. Let's go. Do raid. And I haven't raided her in a while. So I can never remember if caps matter. So we are going to take this love train, and yes, thank you so much for JD for clipping the 20-second little bit. Now I have to just figure out how to put it on my thing, because I would love to end every episode with that, because that is such a good song. If you've never listened to the song Love Train by the OJs, make that a must. I can teach you. Thank you, JD. I would appreciate that. So, I'll miss you, yes. And for everybody, and Mixel and everybody, thank you. Thank you so much for being here, for being a part of my life. And you are awesome. Please remember that you are amazing. Please remember that you matter. Please remember that your smile lights up a corner of the universe. And please, 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 please always remember that you are the only you in all of the universe. The only you that has ever been, and the only you that will ever be. And what that does is it makes you special, it makes you sacred, and most of all, it makes you necessary. Because without you, the unique you, the universe wouldn't be the same or complete. So, we'll see you tomorrow. And, like I said, go through the chat, give folks a follow, spread that support. I will definitely be following everybody who came in and honored me with a follow today. And as always, I wish you balance, and I wish you blessings from my heart to yours. So, have a good day. Learn something new. Fezza FPS, thank you for the follow. Thank you. And I'm proud of you. And I love you. Alrighty, let us go and get Diona. Let's see. Why did it do the raid? Oh, wrong one. Raid. Wrong symbol. There we go. Alrighty. So, everyone have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye.